Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's OSK Gaming, and today we have a nice little OverPrime game with Kayla, formerly known as Kallari from Predecessor. Now OverPrime likes to do these things with names where I guess they do more common names with their champions. You know it from Paragon as Kallari. In this game it's Kayla. Now, initially, you might have noticed that I wanted to go to the jungle with this playthrough, but OverPrime doesn't really have that great of a role system or a champion system to where you can really figure out who's playing where, and no one can really claim anything unless they're paying attention. So today, I decided that I'll bite the bullet. I'll take Kayla into the solo lane, and I'll let Beatrice do her thing in the jungle. I've already played a few games on Kayla. Everybody knows at this point that she's a really, really strong jungler. Clearly needs some balance, and this was recorded on the 2nd of May. So this was before the balance changes that just came out. I honestly haven't even read them. I've been doing a lot of stuff in real life. But in any case, we're going to be looking at Kayla here in the off lane. Or in the solo lane rather, maybe I'll give you some ideas as to how to play her in this particular scenario. We got a little bit lucky. We have the enemy Scud out here. He's more of a carry champion. He can be taken. Is very similar to Graves in League of Legends, where he has sort of a range setup. He can kind of poke you from afar, but with Kayla, you can make it to where you can go invisible to where you can't really see where you are. I, of course, am going to be hiding in the bushes the entire time. You can see I go invisible. We're just going to hit him once for the guaranteed crit, hit him with the dagger for a guaranteed brand, and then as he's branded, dash right in, get the root on, and look at that. That's half his health pretty much gone. So with this setup, you can pretty much do this on repeat without any real fear of him retaliating in any way. So here's what we do. We just go into the bush. We wait for the wave to push to us. That's very important, guys. You don't want him to be too close to his tower. You want to make sure that you have enough space in between him and the tower where if he wants to do something like this, you can easily just keep the damage going as you're moving. You can see he doesn't really play that very well. That's kill number 1 for us. And guys, this gameplay in particular is pretty quick. You might have noticed that from the runtime of the video just from clicking on it, but guys, we get 7 kills this game, and we make them surrender really, really early. They really don't start dropping out until I end up racking up a few kills. You can already see I'm level 3, and we're just ready to go. This is one thing that I really like about OverPrime. Some people might not like it. It's not really what any other game is doing, but they start you out with your first 3 abilities. And, you know, as someone who really likes experiencing the full capabilities of someone's kit, I really like the sort of the League of Legends level 3 setup. I never really was a fan of the fact that you could cheese somebody at level 1 or level 2. It just didn't really seem like a good experience to me. It is an extra level of strategy, you could argue, but I generally am a fan of starting out with all 3 abilities. It just makes more sense to me. Now, thankfully, I am pushing out my lane. I'm making sure that I'm getting the kills. My team as well is getting kills as well. So this makes for a very, very nice game. Very, very nice advantage game. Our Beatrice knows how to ping as well. So she's letting us know that we're here. You could see the enemy Evelyn pop in over here, make sure everything's good. I don't really think that she knows what she's doing since she's in the support role, and she's kind of roaming around, but there's not really much supporting going on. Just going to tag him once with the dagger for some free damage. He's kind of expecting me at this point just because I cheesed him so hard in the first encounter. But we have a jungler here. Beatrice is going to make some short work of him, and I'm just going to pick it up. Easy second kill, courtesy of the jungler. Give him a little thumbs up. Make sure we're playing nice with all of our teammates here. Always make sure you give a thumbs up or learn how to ping. Making sure that that everyone's having a good time, very important if you want to do well in this game. Not to say I haven't really been grinding the leaderboard all that much, but they do release their MMR rankings, so that's something you want to do. Keeping the well-being of the team in mind, definitely something you could do. Now their Evelyn's gonna pop up here. And my apologies for that little Discord sound. I forgot to enter streamer mode, so you might hear it a little bit. Trying to adjust the volume to where it doesn't seem as prominent as it could. But now with my lead, I'm level 5, very close to level 6. You can see I'm about halfway there. I'm just going to pick up a nice little mana recharge. Hit this right here. Get some free damage onto the Scud. This might end up being a kill, actually. The dagger, yep, there we go. Easy does it. Kayla's one of those champions where you really want to focus down all the carries that you can. You don't really want to be dealing with any tanks or any other assassins. Or maybe you do. You just really want to make sure that you're dealing with the squishies. I overstay a little bit. My mana is pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this teleporter out here to get to the other lane. And they're going to be scared off. They don't really want to deal with that. Just go ahead and blink on over. Make sure have some nice bit of space in between me and the teleporter. And we're going to back here in the bush where no one can see us. You can see that our jungler did a pretty good job of making sure that they're pushed off the wave there. And really what I want to go for is that nice little golden blade. I forget exactly what it's called. But it does a lot of damage. I believe it has a crit rate as well. I think it does crit damage as well. Generally, I'll lead with that. And then, oops, got turned around there. Generally, I'll lead with that and then go for some lifesteal. Given that I already have some physical vamp off of my starting item, seems like a pretty good setup to me. Now, the Evelynn here is pretty alone. Just going to pop her real quick. Going to miss that one there. Just going to hit a little slow here, pop in the bush. Do a little misdirection action. I do have my ult, so I could definitely all-in him if he pushes up too much. That's the thing with some of these newer players is that they don't really know how to, I guess, to put it bluntly, don't really know how to play the game all that well quite yet. So you can kind of cheese some of these situations, especially for Kayla and they can't see you. I'm just going to get a quick little slow into stun, get a little ult going out to get the stun. Now I don't see that my dagger comes up until the very last second, so the tower ends up eating me up there. But I did get the kill, so at least it didn't leave empty-handed. Now I'm 5-1, guys. Insanely ahead at this point. My CS, we don't really talk about my CS right now. But as far as getting kills and as far as getting early gold, doing a pretty good job of that. I kind of stunned it just a little bit, just because I went for that other item, that little green gun you can see, the green canister you can see in my inventory in slot number 4. Doesn't really feed into my main item that I want to get, but at least it was damage that I could pick up. Push back the lane. And this Evelynn looks pretty alone. I think I'll be able to get away with this one. Slow. Gonna chase her down as much as I can. Yeah, she can see me. It is what it is. I move a little bit faster whenever I'm invisible like that. And that's that. 6 kills. Pretty easy. CS is still the same, but I'm still getting gold. Pretty nuts. Now, obviously, if I were a better player, we'd be focusing on CS a whole lot more. But this was my I want to say my 3rd ever game with Kayla, so I was just kind of learning her kit. And also these guys just make it way too easy for the kills. In a general sense, farming is going to be better. Farming is going to be better than getting kills. Like if you had to prioritize one over the other, you know, the farm's always there. Kills may or may not happen. So if you're relying on one or the other, you definitely want to be definitely want to prioritize farming over kills, because kills will happen anyway. So if you're good at farming, you'll be fine. As you can see, I'm not very good at farming yet. I just missed 4 CS in a row. So there you go. But now, tower's free. We're sitting at 6 kills, 1 death. If I get even just a little bit more gold, we'll be sitting very pretty for our next item. I believe I go for this this troll, this golem, whatever you want to call him. Just to get that 1200 push over the top there. I can now get a second 25 physical power stat there. And you're going to see something funny here. This Scud knows that I like to hug these bushes. So he's actually going to start pelting the bush preemptively because he doesn't want to be surprised by me all that much. You can see our Cosmos is heading on over. He knows what's going on. He knows I have 6 kills. He knows this is free. So he's just going to hop on over. And we're going to get some teamwork going. Now he's going to go ahead and poke at long range there, get him decently low. And he'll actually do a whole lot more here in just a second. Spoilers, of course. Now I see that our Scud is going to go back towards the tower. I didn't really know at the time that you could hop over that, but we're just going to circle around here, go invisible, make sure there's no way he can see me. And wouldn't you know it, there he is right there. Quick little dagger into the slow, and that's that. And now you can see both the Evelyn and the Scud have left the game. This is where it officially goes downhill. That's pretty much going to be the end of it, guys. They're going to surrender here in just a second. 7 kills, 1 death. Kayla solo lane, if you get the right matchup, pretty insane, guys. Pretty insane. I almost have half of all of my team's kills, and that's going to be that. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment too to let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good one.